Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to talk about how I think we can deal with setbacks. I want to start off by saying that I'm not a doctor, I'm not a professional. Um, I'm just someone with an illness that hopefully we all have in common that I have to deal with, and that I hope I can help you, give you some advice on how I cope with it, and we can create a community and you can help me if there's something that I don't talk about. Um, so I wanted to talk about how I found that I deal with setbacks, and you will have them when you think some days you'll have days where things are going great and you're being proactive and you're trying to be more active, and then you have a day where it's like, nope, gonna sleep all day, don't care. Um, it's part of being depressed is having those days where you're like not doing anything, not even gonna try. Forgive yourself. um, that's part of what you're dealing with, so forgive yourself for having those days where you don't do anything, you don't have the energy to do anything. It's not your fault, so forgive yourself. If you have an incredibly emotional day, I have them a lot, where, for example, you may cry a lot, and I think it's healthy to cry. I think from being at that place where you feel nothing, is it's better to have a negative, strong emotion than to feel nothing, to be completely numb. I personally don't like being numb. I don't like not being able to be in touch with my emotions. Even if it's negative, I think it's better to feel and acknowledge it and try to deal with it than to feel absolutely nothing and be a zombie. So, um, if you have days where you feel like crying the whole day, then cry. Yeah, I said it. Don't try to stop yourself from crying. If you're in a public place, go somewhere private and let yourself cry. This is how you cope. It's actually a way to cope. Let yourself feel the emotion. Don't try to stuff it down, because it'll come back up later and it'll probably be a much worse time. You'll be around somebody you care about, you'll yell at them, and then you have to come and apologize later and try to explain, and they don't understand. So just if you're alone and you feel the need to cry, let yourself cry. Cry actually makes really helps with anxiety. It makes you feel less anxious, and it's a way to face what you're feeling. It's brave and it's courageous to look your pain in the eye, acknowledge it, and let yourself feel what you're feeling. So if you cry, if you feel like crying, then cry. It's therapeutic. It's a way to help you cope. Some people will cry for an hour and they'll get up and go to work. It's called coping. That's what you do. So if you have a setback, and even during your treatment, if you're being treated and you're still crying, and just, it's fine. Like I said, medication is not going to take care of everything that you have wrong, that's going wrong in your life. So just acknowledge that it's better to feel something than to feel nothing at all. And if you're trying to help yourself and you're coping, and you're trying to be proactive, and you're trying to be more, make yourself move around more, and and you have days where you're like, you know what, I'm not gonna do anything, I'm tired. Then you don't have that one day where you're tired and you can't do anything, because that's what you're dealing with. So just forgive yourself. Don't beat yourself up, please. It doesn't make it any easier. You already feel bad. Don't make yourself feel worse by saying, I can't believe I didn't do anything today. It's small steps. You're trying to do something that's much harder for you than it used to be, than it is for other people. So um, let yourself be savor the times where you do well and you do try to stay active, and neglect and forgive yourself for the times you neglect yourself and your health. So just promise yourself to do better next time, and you may need to tweak some things or change some behaviors to help yourself keep moving forward. Even if you move really slowly, even if you're crawling on the ground trying to move on with your life and trying to cope, that's better than going backward. And you will have times when you step backward, um, but get up and move again, and just promise and be strong and promise yourself that you're going to do better next time. And if you need to go back and you may need to constantly be saying, I can do this. You have to cheer yourself on. Like I said in my first videos, you have to self-affirm. You have to declare, I can do this. I will find a way to deal with this. I will cope with this. You might have to say that every day, for just like a mantra. Like you say every day to try to encourage yourself. Nobody else is gonna say it. So you have to sort of self-affirm. Tell yourself, I'm going to do this. And if you have days where you can't, then forgive yourself. It's hard. It's very hard. So just savor and appreciate the times that you do well, and forgive yourself for the times that you don't. And don't fill yourself with guilt and shame. It's only going to make it harder and harder. And depression causes you to think, and it's just an axiom of negative stuff, just down, and it's more and more and more. And the more thoughts you let yourself think that are negative, you'll wake up like with, let's say, you'll lie down with dogs and you'll wake up with fleas. And every day you'll wake up with more fleas. Pardon my metaphor, but that's the way I see it. It's like if you invite it in, it'll come in and it won't leave. Because depression is like having a bad friend or a bad guest in your home or pest, and you tried everything and it won't leave. It doesn't get the hint that you're trying to live your life. So you have to learn to cope with it. And you can do that by starving it and not feeding it. And if you feel shame and guilt, you just feed it. And you might have days where you do that. It's hard at first to try to teach yourself, but hopefully you'll get better at training your mind to deal with setbacks and failures, and they're part of it. And just forgive yourself and try to do better next time. I'm praying for you, and I hope you all watching this, I hope you all feel better sometime from now and feel and learn to cope with this. And if there's anything that I've said that you don't agree with, or you tried it differently and you said, well, I tweaked it a little and this was better, or anything you suggest you tried that I haven't talked about, I'm welcome to hear about them. And I'm cheering for you, and I hope you all have a great day, many more great days, more good days and bad days. And with depression, you probably have more bad days than good days, and I hope that changes for you. So thank you for watching, and stay strong, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.